Well, first up this morning, snacks are definitely a form of self-care, right? Our next guest says snacks are what's for dinner. Lukas Volger is the author of Snacks for Dinner, Small Bites, Full Plates, Can't Lose. And Lukas joins me now. Good morning and welcome to New Day.
Good morning. Thank you so much, Amity.
I love this idea of having snacks for dinner, but where did you come up with the idea of writing a book about it?
Well, I'd had just this one really memorable meal where a family friend invited me over and I arrived and there was no preparations made, but as we sat down and over the course of like 10 minutes, she kind of pulled out all these beautiful snacks and just set them on the table and we had this informal meal. And then the pandemic happened and then that just became this really resourceful way to conserve dishes, eat leftovers, and have a lot of like interactive eating at the table.
That's a good point. During the pandemic, when I did have my bubble of people, I would have them come over and I'd literally make a charcuterie board because I wasn't making dinner. Like we were, you know, in this world.
Yeah, and washing dishes, it was like a tortilla chip sort of became a spoon and then the tub became the plate. And
I'm okay with that. No judgment here. All right, so what are we making today from your book?
So we are going to make one of my favorite salads from the book. This is a carrot, lentil, and date salad with dill. It's really nutritionally dense. It has kind of a unique flavor profile and it's really quick to come together too. So the first thing we need to do is make the vinaigrette, and this one has like a nice garlicky vinaigrette, and we're going to start by just making a garlic paste.
Okay. I've never made a garlic paste, so here, there we go.
This is a great little trick, but so you take your clove of garlic, sprinkle it with a pinch of salt, and then use your chef's knife just to kind of flatten it out on your cutting board. This is going to help it all kind of dissolve together and become pasty. And then as you mince over and over, you're going to see it become nice and wet. And then it's basically just going to dissolve into the vinaigrette, but like lend the salad a lot of nice garlicky flavor. Okay. So you can kind of like fan it out like that. Oh yeah, you can
spread it out like a spread. Look at you.
Yeah.
You know what? That's actually really good if you're frustrated one day and you just need to get some aggression out. You just take it out on that garlic with your chef's knife.
It's self-care.
It's self-care. I love it.
So we'll just put that into, I use a jar for all of my dressings because I don't need a bowl. You don't have to whisk. We've got a little bit of honey here.
Okay.
Which just adds some sweetness.
Honey is kind of the name of the game this week. We've been using a lot of honey, but I love it because this time of year, I feel like honey is something that we all think about, and if it's locally sourced, it helps your allergies. So.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Well, that's your tip for the day.
Okay. We're also going to do juice of about half a lemon. We just need like 2 tablespoons. You can just squeeze that straight into the jar.
And citrus always brightens up the flavor of anything.
Absolutely. And the citrus also will dampen some of the sharpness in the garlic too.
Oh,
so that's nice.
Something I did not know. There's my tip for the day.
And then also some sherry vinegar. So when I make vinaigrettes, I really like to combine like a fresh acid, like a lemon juice or a lime juice with an aged one, so a vinegar, and you get kind of like a bigger, fuller, rounder flavor in the vinaigrette. Okay. Then a pinch of chili flakes. Oops.
Okay. These are like legit chili flakes.
I know, they're really, really nice ones. And 3 tablespoons of olive oil.
All right.
So all we need to do here is shake it up. No whisking.
Genius. And so next time I have, you know, a jar of capers that I've finished, I just save it for my future salad dressings.
Yeah, exactly. And then, you know, just throw what's left over into the fridge. Okay. Add more olive oil, add more acid. You can just, it's kind of like a salad dressing that keeps on giving.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, so here we've got some, this is 2/3 cup of French lentils, which are the dark green ones. Okay. They've been cooked in some salted water. And while they're warm, ideally, you'll just go ahead and add that vinaigrette, which sort of helps it, the lentils to soak up some of the flavor there.
That smells so good, that flavor. I mean, that aroma from that vinaigrette. Also, here's like a pro tip for you. I actually buy pre-made lentils sometimes at Trader Joe's.
Oh yeah, those are great.
It makes it super easy. You don't have to soak them overnight or do what you have to do. It's like lentils already made, so.
Good. So you can just let that sit, and the lentils can be warm. It's great if they're warm. They're going to soak up that vinaigrette. The next thing is just prepare a few carrots. You want about a ½ pound of them. Okay. So that's 1 big one or a couple smaller ones. Okay. And I like to grate them on a bias like this, because that way you get these slightly longer strands. Okay. So that's kind of what I've gone ahead and done here. Long and thin, yeah. And if you have one of those like julienne peelers, they're kind of fun.
I might too. I don't know. I always get scared when it comes to graters and slicers.
Yeah, watch your fingers. So carrots straight into the bowl with the lentils. All right. We are going to also go ahead and add, so the dates bring a wonderful like chewy, caramely texture here, and obviously some sweetness. I use about 5 dates. You can use less if you don't love them.
Well,
and also like raisins or any other kind of dried fruit. I was going to say,
some folks don't like raisins, so dates might be a great opportunity to try something else. And they're bigger.
Yeah, these are nice big ones. And if you've never pitted a date, the ones that have the pits in them are always a lot fresher and more just better to work with. The pitted ones can be a little bit dry. But what I like to do is just kind of trim that pit out and then slice them skin side up, because they're less prone to stick together that way.
Skin side up. Okay, got it. Well, that makes sense, so they're not a mess.
Yep.
And then you just...
And then the last ingredient here is a little bit of fresh dill. So
I love dill.
I love dill too.
Dill is great. Dill is the most underused herb.
I totally agree.
And fresh dill, it's so nice to have.
A lot of people don't. I feel like it's a divisive herb for some reason.
Like more so than cilantro? Or?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe it's just like dill pickles or
I love dill pickles.
I do too.
Eat them all day.
Okay, so we can just mix this all together. The nice thing about this salad is that it will keep for a little while, so you can just make it in advance, bring it to a picnic, pack it up for your lunch the next day.
And it'll get kind of bitter as the days go on.
Yeah,
right?
all the flavors will meld. Yeah, if you want to serve it and for it to be really vibrant and pretty, maybe save some of the dill and use that finish.
Okay, so it doesn't get dark?
Exactly.
Okay, I like it.
Okay, so that salad's all done. I'm just going to scoop that into our...
I was already handing my plate, like, my turn to try. That smells so good. It's all the things I like too. All right.
Here we go. Are we ready to try?
Yeah, I'm definitely ready to try. Should I put it on my little plate here? Now, what else is in this book that you have? What other snacks are you serving for dinner?
So I divided the book by trait. So this comes from, well, actually, I call them spoon salads and like soup shots. It's a little like intense salad, so it's really like nutritionally dense and really flavorful, so that just a few bites will go a long way.
I'm here for the salad. 100%.
Is it good?
Show me
oh, good. And it's really good when carrots are in season, especially like late in the fall.
That is really good.
Good.
Very savory too. So what else do we have? We've got this here. This is kind of like what? 3-minute eggs? And
these are 8-minute eggs.
Okay.
And I like to, this is such an easy snack. I like to serve both the avocado and the eggs together because some people don't eat eggs. And then I have recipes for these fun little herby salts. This is like a dried thyme and orange rind salt. And it's great sprinkled over the eggs, sprinkled over really anything. This is one made with fresh celery leaves that you dry in the oven with some cracked fennel and some dried oregano. It's also really good.
That's really handy. You don't often see a cookbook that shows you how to make your own spices and your own spice blend, so I really like that.
Yeah, I mean, once you set the bowl out in your kitchen, you'll put them on everything.
And I love that you've added some of these things here to kind of make this dinner more full. And this has all been so delicious. I am so excited. And Lukas is sharing his carrot and lentil salad with us, and you can find it on New Day's website. Also, don't forget, Lukas is holding an event tonight, May 26th, at Book Larder in Fremont. We've got also all that ticket info on our website. So everything you need to know, you just got to go to New Day Northwest, king5.com/New Day. There you go.